What is the best insulation for a grow room? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Foam University. Today we're going to talk about what is the best insulation for a grow room. Now we're going to talk about foam board, we're going to talk about fiberglass, and of course we're going to talk about spray foam. Now before we get into our topics today, be sure to go below, hit that like button for us. Thanks. First we're going to talk about cost. Okay, so foam board. Foam board's kind of the middle of the road when it comes to cost. Falls between the other two. Fiberglass is definitely going to be the least expensive. So if you're just looking at cost, fiberglass gets the win in this category. Spray foam obviously is going to be the most expensive. And when we talk about spray foam in this video, we are just talking about from a professional contractor. We're not talking about canned foam, we're not talking about froth packs, just having a professional contractor come out and do the project for you. Next thing we're going to talk about is ease of install. Foam board kind of falls in the middle again. Foam board, it's easy to cut, relatively easy to install. You have to adhere it to the wall. Fiberglass, by far, is going to be the easiest. Typically, you would just staple it or stuff it, which is not the best way to install it, but you would cut to size, staple it, adhere it to the wall or ceiling, and insulate it that way. Spray foam, when it comes to ease of install, well again, you're not going to be the one doing it typically, so it will be the fastest. However, cost, which we just talked about, will come into play for that as well. So time doing it, that's usually the fastest, but again, it's a professional team coming out and doing it for you. Next thing we're going to talk about is availability. Foam board, once again, kind of falls right in the middle lane. Foam board can be found at most big box stores, your Home Depots, your Lowe's, etc. Now, you can get those, and there's a lot of different kinds out there. Fiberglass, however, will be available almost anywhere. You can probably get fiberglass at the dollar store. And there will be a lot of different kinds, a lot of different thicknesses out there, so fiberglass is definitely going to be your most readily available product. Spray foam, well, there are a lot of contractors out there that are spraying foam. It is a vastly growing market right now. So depending on what state you're in or what area you're in, it really fluctuates depending on how many are available. However, there's a decent chance that wherever you are, you can call a contractor, they will come out and spray it for you. And then last thing we're going to talk about is effectiveness. Which of these products works the best? Well, no surprise here, foam board once again falls right into the middle, as it does work better in a lot of senses as far as heat retention and an air seal than fiberglass, but it falls a little bit short of spray foam. So fiberglass, again, same story along the whole way. Fiberglass has the lowest effectiveness. Keep in mind, it was also not an air seal. So it's a big important thing when we're talking about a grow room. We got a lot of humidity, we got a lot of things going on. You want an air seal, fiberglass alone cannot provide it, which means you will have to seek out another measure, another material to put that in for you. Spray foam, no secret here, no surprise, it is by far the most effective. Of course it establishes an air seal, of course it's going to be the best as far as thermal resistance, so if you're trying to control that temperature, obviously you are, that is going to be your ticket there. So let's summarize real quick. No surprise, foam board is kind of your middle ground. If you want to install yourself, foam board, fiberglass will be your top choices. If cost is your biggest concern, then obviously fiberglass will be your top choice. But keep in mind, you will need to establish an air seal for something like a grow room. So you're going to have to take another measure, which again is going to add into your cost, going to add into your time and your ease of install. So keep that in mind. With that being said, is fiberglass really the best option? You'll have to make that choice. Foam board, again, middle road. Easy to install relatively. You can get it at most places. It will take some time for you to install, but it's not overly complicated. Spray foam will be your ticket if you want absolutely the best. If you want the most effectiveness, if you want the best install, obviously if you want a warranty and that sort of thing, if those matter to you and your project can afford it, then it's no question. Spray foam absolutely is the best. Hope this information was helpful to you. Please check out the link in the description below. There's an article that has way more details, way more information on this topic and some other suggestions if you're looking to build a grow room. Drop us a comment if you have a question about anything. If you have another material in mind maybe you're curious about, again, it might be in that article. Don't forget, subscribe to this channel and ring that bell so you see all of our notifications. Hey, don't forget, there's also a ton of information on our website, RetroFoamofMichigan.com. We have a learning center on there that is full of all kinds of information, articles, blogs, as well as videos. You're welcome.